Today's topic related with trajectories in movement, which we're supposed to do while we are doing our movement. Is it really a necessity exists to do this, or if not, so how are we supposed to do the movement? It's a very kind of big question, but very blurry. It's very unidentified, with many deviations from how people think about this. That it from point that it should be very precise trajectory, very specific one, and even there are many explanations why it's supposed to be like that. And all of these things leads to more complications, more and more losing the essence and reality of movement, and finally is stopping your progress in your training and your performance. It's always a question about how much we're supposed to control and what we have to control, or what we're supposed to do and what we are not supposed to do. This is kind of a very simple problem. And in pose method, this problem was solved long time ago, and we're proposing in pose method, basically forget about any trajectories. Don't pay attention about this in any way, in any directions, because what we call trajectories, it's just the outcome of more important things. It's a byproduct. It's happened not because I do this, or I control this, or I feel this, but because it's a part of function of more important things, which we call movement from one pose to another. This is how pose method is defined. That pose defined all movement which happened before and after pose. Pose basically integrate all this movement in one single sequence of movement and build invisible frame of movement which doesn't need to be controlled, doesn't need to be in your conscience, and doesn't need to be in your attention. And what we have to only be aware of, it's how we move from one pose to another. So how we perform, let's say, in running one single pose. And for this matter, we have only one action which we're performing, and what happened inside this action to action, or from one pose to another, it could be absolutely different trajectories, what we will be imagined. But all of them, it just will reflect different size of man, or height, age, and so on, speed, and so on. But the final point, the pose will be the same. So all this complexity and diversity of movement would be completely solved by only moving from one pose to another. It's very simple and very effective, and allows you to release your mind from emotions about these matters, release you from attention, and more important probably for many of athletes, from muscular tension as well. So unnecessary efforts will be just not there, because devotion will be directed in very specific action which will recruit as much as possible, or as need, all muscular efforts to build up one pose to another. And this is a very simple solution of the problem. This is our topic for today. Thank you.